stream should be on and working. Dylan? Any better? I should be about to start soon. Should be about to start soon. So we're still waiting for players. I can't even remember what the grid was. I'm so lost. This has been such an eventful evening. Finished. It's the third time I'm about to start the race. There's just a few problems. Yes, Dylan, let's go. Right then. Let's see if I can give you a quick rundown of the grid. If I get a chance. No. It's going to be a formation lap anyway, so I can get a few things up quickly. Oh no, the tyres. Make sure everyone's on the tyres that they're supposed to be. Yep, that looks pretty good. Everyone's behaved themselves there. So we're starting without our debutant who was leading. Absolutely gutted. But it is what it is, we'll deal with it. This is still going to be an amazing race. And now, because we've got to do it all again, I'm going to have to open a fresh can of pop. Great. Now I wonder if this start's going to be as eventful as the last one. There's a lot of guys here you have to feel pretty gutted for as well, because they made up quite a few spaces or places. Right, they're just coming around to finish the formation lap. Jonathan will now take his role upon pole position. Chuck up with a second, Groenfeld third, Chuck Brothers fourth, Jonesy will start fifth, Snocken sixth, Call Me Pablo seventh, Appentrox eighth, Hates Clay ninth, Ice One 10th, Lee Craig 11th, JJ Lancer 12th, Tommy Chucky 13th, Mr. GFX 14th, Chartman 15th, Swanee 16th, Xstooge and Dylan rounding up the back. I'm just waiting for the last few cars to join. There's a McLaren Mr. GFX lad who's decided he's going to door. It's an interesting formation lap, Mr. GFX lad. Very interesting. We'll get back to the front. And they're set. We've got 5 lights. 3, 2, 1. And we jump start there, but we go again. And I don't know what's happened here, but Mr. GFX has had a jump start and a penalty. Oh, and Jonathan is being spun. Oh no! I just saw that Jonathan got turned into, then not sure who by. We have Mr. GFX lad with a penalty. Chuckle Brothers now streaking away in the lead. I'm hoping Jonathan's managed to keep his car going. Let's try and get down to Jonathan. Yes, Jonathan is still going. Oh, and Chartman is now out. What's happened to Chartman? Chartman is out. And Swanee also has a problem. And Chuck Brothers has a problem. Oh, it's all going off at the start here. So it's Chuckle Brothers who's now managed to... He's put out a 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8. We have a safety car. So it's Chuckle Brothers leading from Jonesy, Groenfeld, Mr. GFX who has a drive-through penalty. So when will he choose to serve that? He can't do it now because it's safety car. So he's at a big disadvantage now. But once again, look at the places that Jojo Lancer has made up. 6th place, he's running again now. Alongside his teammate Snocken in 5th. Lee Craig's made places to 8th. Let's see exactly how many places they've made up. So our biggest gainer is Mr. GFX lad who's up 10 places. That's due to a jump start. He'll definitely be hindered with that penalty. But Jojo Lancer is up 6 places again. Hates Clay's up 2. Lee Craig's up 3 places. Xstooge is up 5 places. Dylan's up 4 places. Interesting. What tyres are people going to go with now? Jonathan's chose to go for the hards. Swanee is now retired. I don't know if there was some sort of coming together between Chartman and Swanee. But once again, very controversial circumstances here in Belgium. So again, it's going to be Chuckle. To be fair, Chuckle's had a pretty much faultless day today. He done well in quali. He was still doing well in the first take of the race. that your one? Schucker Brothers, Jonesy, Groenfeld, Mr. GFX, Snocken, Jojo, Hayes Clay, Lee Craig, Appentrot, Tommy, Chucky, that's your top 10. Call Me Pablo, Ig Stooge, Ice One, Jonathan Cox, Chuck Brothers, Dylan, and 2 non-finishers with Swanee and Chartman. This is going to be a very interesting race. So how long is this out? It should come in this lap, I think. I'd hope. Who do you need to be looking out for? Jonathan's going to be quick, although he's on hard tyres. He's going to be making his way through, and he's going to be extremely pissed off after that turn 1 incident. Groenfeld's looking really pretty there in 2nd place. And what's that penalty going to do for Mr. GFX? We noticed he was doing an extremely slow formation lap, apparently bringing his tyres up to temperature. And then obviously had a dodgy fun with his clutch. But how costly is it going to be? I'm sick of seeing safety cars this evening, guys. Right, safety cars in this lap. We can get some racing. So Chuckle Brothers are controlling the pace now. Oh, and somebody's hit the wall behind. It's Groenfeld. How's Groenfeld hit the wall behind the safety car? That is absolutely... That's going to bring out another safety car. Wow, Groenfeld, what have you just done, my friend? And we have another incident there. Yes, we do. Groenfeld's out. I'm retired now. And the safety car is in. Chuckle Brothers is going. And Chuckle Brothers is go. We have yellow flags in sector 3. I think that's because of what happened to Groenfeld. We're all green now. God, that was confusing for a minute then. Groenfeld, what did he do? So Chuckle Brothers is streaming away now with Jonesy, but look at Jojo Lancer, his mates up to 3rd place. Wow, what a start for Jojo Lancer. And again, look, Lee Craig is up to 6th. But Chuck Brothers now streaming away as a 1 second lead over Jonesy. Hates Clay's now battling with Jojo Lancer as they go wheel to wheel into turns 4 and 5. And Snocken joins in as well. Snocken goes around the outside of both of them. Great move by Snocken. So we have Snocken, Hates, Clay, Jojo Lancer, App and Trotsy trying to get himself involved. Lee Craig right on the back of his pack. This is a great little battle here. It appears that Hates, Clay might just be having holding the other two back. No, he's okay now. But look at Snocken's now streaming away from those. He'll want to set off up the road after Jonesy, who's now still a second back, just under a second from Chuckle Brothers. Let's get back to this battle. And this is going to become, if they stay like this, it'll become a DRS train in a couple of laps time. Look how close they all are. We had Hayes Clay then was looking at Snocken. He's obviously got those tyres up to temperature now. There's Chuckle, but no, Jonesy sets the fastest laps on lap 5, which is a 1:46.9. What progress is Jonathan? I believe Jonathan is pitted again. What progress is Jonathan making? Not much at the moment, it would seem. He'll probably be hoping for another safety car. Dilla gets a 3-second penalty. Let's get back to these lot battling. Hate Clay's all over the back of Snocken here. Appentrotz is about to join in the fun. But the front two now are beginning to gap these quite a lot. There's 4.3 seconds between the leader and Snocken now. How long are these guys going to be able to make these softs go? This has been a really slow, hard start to the race for the Mercedes team here. Igstooge is currently in 10th, Jonathan 14th. But there's still a long way to go. 17 laps. Only 5 completed. Snocken is slowly trying to bring them back now. 3.9 seconds back from the leader. Jonesy 7/10 back from Chuckle. As Jonesy sets the fastest lap of 1:46.8. And he's going to get DRS after they've been through Eau Rouge. As Chuckle makes a mistake through turn 1. That allows Jonesy to get right onto the back of him. Bides his time for Eau Rouge, but he's going to have DRS wide open down his straight. Chuckle Brothers makes him go the long way round. Nice clean patient move there by Jonesy. Will Chuckle Brothers now be able to stay close? Or are Jonesy's tyres? Because just remember, Jonesy's on the softs, Chuckle's on the mediums. Chuckle looks a little bit loose at the rear as it comes out of that bend. Oh, this is great racing, this is. Call Me Pablo's got a 3-second penalty. So Hate Clay now has managed to put a little bit of gap between himself and Appentrotz. And Snocken have got a 1.1 second gap to Lee Craig. If you can just close the DRS range, it'll be such a help for Lee. And Jojo Lanson has we have another safety car. Jonathan's out, is it? Yes, Jonathan's out in sector 1. So I believe all the soft runners will now dive into the pitch. Yes, they will. So, wow, what a first stint. So 7 laps completed. Chuckle Brothers has been faultless so far. He still leads from Snocken. Tommy Chucky, Dylan, Jonesy he's in the pits and he's going to be on the mediums. So this could have just, I don't know how this is going to play out now. Jones is going to have gained a little bit of an advantage there by pitting under safety car. So unless there is another safety car, that's going to swing the balance towards Jonesy. It's really interesting to see how this is going to play out. Tommy Chucky can go till the end really on those hards. Everyone's pretty comfortable at the moment. Everyone's just chilling behind the safety car. Lee's now on a fresh set of mediums. And he's in 8th, so who hasn't? So there's 4 drivers who haven't pitted. They're going to be at a disadvantage now. Unless they've got some great pace where they can shoot away from these guys. Because they're all pretty much on the same sort of tyres, except the guys from 5th downwards are all on brand new fresh tyres. So wow, how this could have shook things up. Now that could have been an absolute great call by Jonesy. Or a hero call to go out on the softs in qualifying anyway. Because I mean, if you use your logic, there's generally, you can normally say there's going to be a safety car quite early in a race normally, in these leagues and lobbies. So if you start on the softs, and the safety car comes early, it allows you to stay on the same strategy, doesn't it, and pit and put mediums, whereas if you're on the mediums, and say a safety car comes, or if you sustain damage yourself, your strategy becomes very void. And we have Snocken stopped in the middle of the track there for some reason, don't know what's happened. But he was just stopped. If he's spun behind a safety car or something. But he's dropped all the way to the back now. So I was just trying to send Snocken an invite then, but it wasn't quite letting me. Not sure what was going on then. It's been really hard to keep track of everything that's going on. Oh, was that a glitch then from App and Shots? I believe it was. So we are at the end of lap 8, so we have 13 laps to go. Safety car will be in this lap. What can everybody do? And Tommy Chucky now is up to second place. So Chuckle Brothers now is controlling the pace. It's going to be Chuckle Brothers and Tommy Chucky, Dylan, Jonesy now fourth, but he's on a brand new set of medium tyres. And everybody from him downwards is on brand new tyres, apart from Chuck and Snocker. So they're going to have trouble at the front holding these guys off. Especially because Tommy's on 7-lap old hard tyres. Chuck has a little spurt of VRS there. He'll put another spurt out of here. And off he goes. Great restart again by Chuckle. So that's 2 restarts in a row where he's got away nice, cleanly and quick. I think they're all away pretty cleanly this time. So we've got Chuckle from Tommy, Dylan, Jonesy, Hates Clay, Lee Craig, Ice One, Ig Stooge, Call Me Pablo, Jojo Lancer, Chuck Brothers, Snocken and Appentrots. Lee Craig's got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And there was a move there. Dylan's making a move on Tommy Chucky, is he? Yes, he is, and Dylan makes the move. And Dylan's through on Tommy Chucky. Jones will be the next person to get up onto the back of Tommy Chucky. It's going to take him a good few laps to get those tyres into a nice groove. Those hards are going to be horrible to get up to temperature. They spent ages behind the safety car. Dylan's already leaving them now. I'm sure just saw Hates Clay close to Jonesy. Yes, he is. Hates Clay. He's having a look at Jonesy. Is he going to make it stick around the outside? No, he's not. He thinks twice about it. Still a long way to go in this race, guys. Just back from them, not far off the back of them, is Lee Craig also being dragged along. Well up on his starting position. But Chuckle Brothers now, he's put 1.1 seconds into Dylan. The championship leader now. And as long as he finishes, he's pretty much guaranteed to extend his championship lead. Chuck Brothers is his main rival at the moment, and he's down in 10th. So what a day this has been for Chuckle. Still 12 laps to go though, nearly at the halfway distance. And we have a change in position there between Jonesy and Hates Clay. And the 3 of them are battling now. Lee Craig is also joining the battle now. And Hayes coming under pressure from Lee Craig. Yeah, is he going to make a move? No, Lee thinks twice about it. He'll bide his time. But Tommy Chucky's managed to get a little bit of pace now into those hard tyres. And he's just managed to keep these guys at a reasonable gap that they can't make a little move or a little lunge at him. So it's Chuck Brothers now 9/10 clear of Dylan. Not able to pull into that outside of that DRS activation, which will be activated on the next lap, I believe. What's happening a bit further down the grid? We've got Ice One in the second half, Towery, currently in 7th place. And Ig Stooge, who's now the lead and only running Mercedes, in 8th. Just holding off Call Me Pablo. Followed by Chuck Brothers, Appentrot, Jojo Lancer and Snocken, all these guys together. Dylan now goes fastest on a 1:46.648. Great lap by Dylan. DRS is now enabled. So we're about to have a fight at the front. And we've just reached the halfway point of this race. And things are about to liven up. Dylan just closes, but just not quite close enough. Maybe on the next lap if he can stay really, really close. We'll go a bit further back to Jonesy and Hates Clay. Tommy Chucky has now dropped positions to both Jonesy and Hates Clay. And I think Lee Craig will be the next one to try and make a look at Tommy Chucky. And Lee's full throttle through the fast left-hander. Brakes just after the 50-metre board, flicking to the right. Uses all of the track on exit. Lee wants this place, you can see he's absolutely driving for it. And we've yet two. It is one. Who is it? It is Jojo Lance who spun. Oh, Jojo, he was having a great race. But keep going, mate. Still plenty of time to go with a virtual safety car. I think there may have been a coming together between Call Me Pablo and Jojo. Call Me Pablo is also going pretty slowly. Or is he ghosted? No? Looked a bit ghosted then. Pabs did. How come Call Me Pablo's looked ghosted then? Still looks ghosted. But that, I mean, that problem will cost these less than it did because they've managed to make that pit under virtual safety car. So as they come out of the pits, Jojo Lancer goes back past Call Me Pablo as they come out of the pits, and DRS is now enabled again. As they back up to speed. And it's now Jonesy chasing Dylan at the front. Chuck Hubbard has chose to make his pit. Yeah, he did. That's clever thinking in the VSC. But he's now 13 seconds back and he's got a chase on his hands. That first safety car really messed up people's strategy. And I did say earlier that I thought it had turned the favour towards Jonesy. And we have a yellow flag in sector 3. Who is it? It's one of the Alpha Tauris. This one. Has he got damage? Yes, I believe he has. But that's now lap 13. So Dylan now leads 7/10 from Jonesy, who has Hates Clay all over him. Hates Clay, he's going to have a look at Jonesy here as they get wheel to wheel. They're so close, side by side. Hates Clay's going to try and go around the outside. Is Jonesy going to hold his ground? Yes, he is. Great driving by both guys. They both come out of there safe. Hates Clay goes purple through sector 1. That means he just set the fastest first sector of the race so far. I think he can just about sense Clay can. There's a race win just up the road there for him. Put his foot down and just clear Jonesy. Only problem for Clay here is that Jonesy is going to be getting DRS assistance from Dylan. So he's not going to gain what he would normally. Maybe Clay's not even going to wait for DRS. He's all over him. Oh, and Chuckle just had a 3-second penalty. No, Chuckle. Although he's absolutely flying on those softs now. On who at the front's got penalties? Dylan's got a time penalty. Is Clay as Chuck Brothers goes fastest. Chuck Hall now in a 1:44.8. So he's the only person on softs at the moment. That will be the bonus point if that stays as the fastest lap. And another time penalty for Chuckle. I'm still watching this battle though because Clay is now into second. Clay, this is provisionally the race win because Dylan has a penalty. We have 8 laps to go. And Hayes Clay's all over the back of Dylan. But Dylan's had a great race. Dylan's come from the back of the grid. Dylan still needs to. I don't think Dylan's going to be able to make those tyres go all the way to the end. I don't know. That means doing 19 laps. We'll see. But Hayes Clay is now managing to gap Jonesy. And he's definitely getting closer to Dylan more than he is Jonesy. So he's going to be having a look at Dylan any minute now. Maybe with DRS into turn 1 he'll have a look. No, there we go, Dylan pits. Hayes Clay leads. We have 7 laps to go. No, 8 laps, yeah. 8 circuits. Lee Craig is coming up to 3rd as well on track. I'm not sure, let me just check what penalties people have got. So Lee has 3, so yes, Lee will currently still, if Lee can stay where he is right now, he will still keep his podium. That would be a great result for Lee. Well, I'm pretty sure there's a battle about to begin pretty soon between Chuck and Chuckle. Because they're closing. Chuckle is definitely closing. This will be interesting if this starts brewing. These are the top 2 in the championship. And how are those tyres feeling now for Chuckle? He's on softs at 2 laps old. His brother is on. Oh, and Chuckle's put it into the wall. No! It was going so well. He's managed to keep it running. He's not going to be out of this. We have a safety car, which means Chuckle will be able to pit, and he'll should still be able to get points from this race because he will finish and he will have the fastest lap race. Although people are now going to pit for softs. Dylan's pitted for softs. All of the top guys are pitting. Softs for Lee, mediums for Jonesy. No, they're all on softs. Everyone's gone on softs. Just waiting for it to shake itself back out here. So, as they left the pit. Oh, and there's more damage there. Who's that? I saw a bit more plastic there bouncing around. I don't know who that was damaged with. Oh, we've got Jonesy, from Dylan, from Lee, from Chuck, from Appentrotz, Igstooge, Tommy Chucky Snocken, Ice One, Chuck Brothers, and Jojo Lancer is now in 11th. I am pretty sure though I saw a piece of carbon fibre of somebody's car just down here somewhere. I'd love to know whose car it come off. No, it's been moved now. As we quickly jump back to the front. So everybody's now on fresh laps. So it's just a straight race to the end. 6 laps to go. Man, have I got a headache, guys. It's been a very confusing race. So this is fully played into Jones's hands now. Penalty free. He's on the fresh soft tyres. Same tyres as everybody around him. And it's just a straight run to the end. Let me double check on the penalty. So again, it's Dylan and Lee both on 3. Everybody's on 3 apart from Chuckles on 6. So Chuckle needs to try and make a bit of time to Jojo Lancer to guarantee his point for 10th and fastest lap. So nice little battle there for Chuckle to aim for. If you're listening, Chuckle. So they're going to do another lap behind the safety car. This should be a lap when the safety car comes in, and it will be a 5 lap race. No, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 18, 19, 20. It'll be 5 circuits till the end. I've got my money pretty much on Jonesy for this now. What's happened to Dylan? What did Dylan do? Did he have to pit again because he had damage? Yeah, it was Dylan who lost his wing out of the pits on the lap before. So I was right, I did see damage. So now it's a race on Jonesy. If Chuck can clear Lee Craig, then it's between Jonesy and Chuck. But there's very much a podium on the cards for Lee Craig and Appentrotz and Igstooch. It all depends on how quick the guys are going to be over these next 5 laps. This race has worn me out. It's been up, down, left, right, up, down. And they decide to finish first. First you must finish, and right now Jonesy stands to benefit the most. Where's Jonesy in the championship? Let's have a quick update on the championship positions as they currently are. So Jones is currently 5th in the championship on 32 points. So as it stands, it'll be Chuck Brothers who possibly takes over the championship lead from his brother after this race, depending on how many positions Chuck can make up. Is Snocken still in? Yeah, Snocken's still in, so Snocken's going to benefit over Chuckle. So everything's going to close up at the top of the championship. Hawes didn't race today. Jonathan's out. Hates Clay. Out isn't going to benefit, so the biggest mover is probably going to be Lee Craig, who's going to make a massive leap up into The top 10 of the championship should be. But it's going to be Jonesy this time to control him after the safety car. Will he get it right as Chuckle did? And I think he's gone, yes. No, he hasn't. He chose to back out. And he's gone again. And Lee Craig has stayed with him. He hasn't managed to gap him quite in the way that Chuckle did. But these guys need to get after Jonesy. They can't let him get up the road. They don't have many laps. Gutting Lee just had another penalty. He'll be absolutely kicking himself for that. But Jones is now half a second clear of Lee Craig, and Lee Craig is holding up Appentrott's. Chuck Brothers has lost a few places off the start of that safety car. So as the podium currently stands, there's another penalty for Chuck Brothers. But the podium currently stands as Jonesy, Appentrott and Ig Stooge. What a comeback that'll be for Ig Stooge, currently running fourth with no penalties. And Jojo Lancer gets another penalty there. He's now 6 seconds. With Jonesy just half a second clear of Lee Craig. And they are actually managing to slightly gap some of the cars. As we have 4 laps to go now, Jones sets the fastest lap on a 1:44.8. But he's not able to drop Lee Craig, and Lee Craig is not able to drop Appentrott. The yellow flag is set to 1. That's an Aston Martin. Chuck Brothers. Wow. Can things turn upside down anymore in these last couple? Oh no, what has Chuck Brothers done there? He drove it straight into the wall. No, Chuck, what did you do? He drove it straight into the wall and you brought out a safety car. No, no, no. I'm not really sure what's going to happen here now. So it's Jonesy from Lee Craig. How many laps for this safety car come out for? Maybe 1. So it's Jonesy from Lee Craig, Appentrott, Ig Stooge, Chuck Brothers, Tommy Chucky, Dylan Snocken, Ice One, Call Me Pablo and Jojo Lancer. Can't believe how much this has turned upside down the last couple of laps. A couple of minutes ago it was Chuck Brothers was in 2nd place or 3rd place, looking at taking over the championship lead. Now he's out of the race and Chuck Brothers is back up to 5th place. Yeah, he's got quite a few penalties. But he's going to finish this race and he's going to get the bonus point for fast. No, he's not. Because Jones took the fastest lap, didn't he? Yeah. But the world of motorsports, that's why we all love it. There's 2 laps to go. I'm not sure what it's going to do. When does safety car going to come in, this lap or the next lap, and leave them 1 to race? I'm not sure. So the safety car will be in this lap. So we have 2 laps of racing. Can there be any more ups and downs in this? Call Me Pablo's dropping well back there. Watch what happens. Call Me Pablo. And Spartan dropping well back. Car still looks ghosted for some reason. Snocking gets a 5-second penalty. I'm pretty sure we'll get that removed. Because yeah, Pablo's car's ghosted. Weird. We need to be watching the lead now is Jonesy. Jonesy is going to lead Lee Craig into the chicane and back out, but Lee's coming under pressure from the McLaren. The Williams got poor drive out there, but he still managed to cover off the Red Bull. And now Lee Craig's into the wall. Lee Craig is across the pit lane exit, white line. No? 31-second penalty to Lee Craig. That was a bit weird. So it's Jonesy from Chuckle Brothers now. And Chuckle Brothers has got Dylan all over him and Appentrott's all over Dylan, and Igstooge is in there as well. Igstooge are under pressure from Snocken. As it stands right now, only Jonesy, Igstooge and Appentrott's will finish without penalties. Oh, and just as I say that, Igstooge picks up his first time penalty. 1 more lap to go at the end of this one. Jonesy now. Chuckle Brothers could really still take good points from this. Oh no, Chuckle's spun again, the same place as last time. Oh. What's happened, Chuckle? Yeah, Chuckle's doing. Well, I think we should be at front watching Jonesy. Jonesy from Dylan. Dylan from Appentrotts. It's Igstooge, Snocken, Ice One, Tommy Chucky, Jojo Lancer and Call Me Pablo. All of these guys are going to pick up points as long as they finish. So currently there's 2 battles going on here. We have Snocken looking at Igstooge. Is he going to be able to get it done? No, Snocken has 8. Oh, and we have another Alpha Tauri coming up behind. We have another penalty for Jojo Lancer. But Jonesy has been an Iceman today, so professional. He's kept himself to himself during the race. He's been fast, he's been clean. Who's going to take the fastest lap and get the bonus point? Let me just check. Jones is going to get that too. As we watch him come through the last couple of corners here. And there we have it, guys. Your winner in Belgium is Jonesy. Great race from Jonesy. Appentrot takes second. Dylan third. Igstooge fourth. Ice one fifth. Wow, what a race. Boy, am I glad that's over.